Good evening, everybody. Hiya, Richard. Hiya, Amjad.
Hello.
Yeah, there's 3 people in. Yeah, it's only showing 1 on thing. Figure that one out. I don't know. But it does say on the YouTube. Hiya, Johnny. How are you?
Hello, Johnny lad.
Oh dear. Hiya, Lee. How are you?
Hello, Lee.
It's saying 3 now, but yeah, obviously there's more than 3 people in. Guess what I'm going to do when I forgot to do? Oh yeah, it's that engagement party, isn't it, Amjad?
Hello.
Hiya, Moose Girl. How are you? I'm just cleaning my glasses. Sorry, I'm sort of can't see a thing without my glasses. Should have done this beforehand, but hey ho, everything's just a blur. Hi, AZ. How are you? Better. I can see. I've seen the light. So, how are you feeling, Johnny? I did. Well, sort of spoke to Johnny earlier on, and he's he's not very well again. So it's been glorious today, hasn't it? I said that without moving my lips. I was just about to say it's been glorious, but it's been a bit windy. Oh shit! Oh, it's one of these things, Amjad, where you've got you've got to try and control the situation best as you can, if you know what I mean. You sort of don't want to upset your relatives, but then again, you've got to think of your own well-being. If you start panicking and whatever, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, absolutely glorious today. Nice and warm, but same as Chris said, it's been a tad windy. So he hasn't been out with a drone again, of course. Yeah. This is the thing, Amjad. You know your limits, and you've got to sort of, you've got to look after yourself, because nobody else is going to look after you. You know what I mean? But that's it. I mean, if the situation, gets too much, then you take yourself away from that situation best you can. Yeah, right. He has bought some strip lights.
Quite cool, actually.
Yeah. But he's actually bought them for car. Oh, I forgot to put link in. I'm getting carried away. And not put link in. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that's that done. It's pinned as well. So yeah, you don't want to see that, Johnny. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Okay, I thoroughly understand, Johnny. You know what I mean? It's not cool, or don't, you know what I mean? If you
Hello.
See, I tried to say that in a Welsh voice.
Hello. Yeah. So 2 seconds, Jeanette. Jack just come in. 2 seconds.
Okay. Bless him. Oh, the farting one. I've tried to keep things light with Amjad. If Beard's gone wild, not oh dear. Yeah. I sort of updated Amjad on, because Bella had her operation on Tuesday. Right, my eyes is running now. And basically, obviously, when they do the the buttonhole, and he said buttonhole keyhole surgery, they have to blow your stomach up, don't they? So I said, I sent Bella and I said, you best get farting then. And I sent Amjad a thing with a tin of beans. It made him laugh, it cheered him up. So she's all right. She says she's can't see now. See, this is problem. Oh. Johnny says he's not eating for 3 days and farting fresh air. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, same as I sort of said to Amjad, the only way that she's going to get rid of this gas, all this gas in her stomach, is to, fart like a trooper, sort of thing. See what I mean, Johnny? About I buy these tops so they're nice and baggy. I've got like a great gaping thing under my arm, and it keeps falling off my shoulders. So yeah, the only way to get rid of that gas is to keep farting. So, he's the solution. Just get farting. In other words, I was just trying to make light of the situation. That she said she was in a bit of pain, and where she'd had this keyhole surgery and whatever, and made it worse with filling her stomach all with gas and everything. Good job I got a sense of humour, because getting it twice is take it. Yeah. It's probably one of them things, Johnny, where it probably weren't properly gone. So it's like, you've finished your antibiotics, and because you've finished your antibiotics, come back with a vengeance. It means these things do happen. So anyway, 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. But the thing is, Amjad, you just stop as long as you're comfortable with stopping. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean. It's that's the thing. Callum, I mean, not to blow his own trumpet, but he had an English exam today. Anyway, he come home and says, "How did you get on?" He says, "I pissed it." They were his exact words. He pissed it. He says it were easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's sort of a positive note. So it's just his maths that let him down. But yeah, I mean, I mean, I know sort of from he suffers like exactly like Callum in big crowded gatherings. That's what sets his panic attacks off. So I do understand what Amjad's on about. You know what I mean? So yeah. I mean, that was sort of a. He says I pissed it. I mean, well, I think he did well.
Jeff, I'm so sorry.
Hey?
I said I'm sorry. As soon as I come on, Jack come home from work, and then he's having a chat on her.
Yeah, I'll let you off. So I'm just talking about Callum. He had a English exam this morning.
Hang about, I've got to do something with my sound. Hang about, I can't hear you. I don't know what's been going on with my sound, but it's like you're coming through on the phone. As if we're on a phone call.
Oh. Do you want me to say testing?
Testicles, 1, 2, 3. I can hear you, but it's like you come through my phone. I don't know how to change it. It was happening on a different thing I was just on with my brother on what was I on? Discord. And when I went in, I had to change it. You know, sometimes you can change it from speaker to phone.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening now.
Hi, Gordo.
I'm going to jump out and jump back in. See if that works.
Okay. So, yeah. It's all right. We were just talking about Callum Gordo. He's had an English exam, and when he come in, we said, how did you do? How did you go on? He went, I pissed it. So, I don't know whether that's teenage talk for, yeah, it were good and I did all right sort of thing. But yeah, they were his exact words. I pissed it. I've got to start looking all these teenage, words up. I'm not down with the crowd, you see. Does that mean he did well? Oh dear, didn't he? He's got headphones on, I say. I says, when Callum come in, he says, I pissed it. I says, I'm not down with crowd. I says, does that mean he did well? Oh, that's it. But you see, if he passes it, he don't have to do it next year. He's says he were on Discord with his brother, and it says it's like I'm coming through on his phone or something like that. But he had to change settings, you see, so he don't know how to change it back. So he says I'm going to go out and come back in again. But I'm sure it will be a good one tomorrow. The main thing is I'm excited. I got him a Prezi of Nivea Men's. Ooh. But anyway, same as I say, I'm sure Amjad is the same. If he passes his English and his maths, he don't have to do them next year. But he's not sure about his maths, but he pissed English according to him. So I don't know. Calling him Ram Mum now. Oh dear. It's all right. Sometimes I call Chris Callum and the other way round, and he always says, oh, okie dokie then, Johnny. So yeah, I call Callum Chris and Chris Callum, and he say, all right, Gladys. You know what I mean? It's this begin with same letter and everything. So yeah.
I will have Doris.
Doris. Answer to everything, so long as it's not rude. So Tracy's firing a laptop.
It takes 20 minutes to load laptop up.
How's that? Is that better?
That's better. Yeah, I can hear you now. It's louder. I don't know what's going on. I think it's my phone, to be honest.
Oh.
I've had it almost 2 years. It's telling me to buy a new one.
Oh, it's all right. Go down round about. I bought one of these like spray guns because he's doing all his fence panels or something. So we bought a spray gun. He's ended up taking it back because it was crap.
I got one of them. Come on.
Oh, Johnny says they're having a girly night in caravan. They've got popcorn. Oh.
Johnny's having a girly night in the caravan. Of course he is.
Well, I think he means Tracy and Keenan.
No, he means himself. He's probably doing his makeup, having a pedicure.
Yeah, he says, I'm glad I never paid the 30 quid for it. Because they were on offer. It was supposed to be 30 quid, and he got it for about £4.99, I think.
Yeah.
So
I've been staining the wood on Harry's guitar, making it look nice.
ooh, very nice.
But and I've also done the body. I'm pretty proud of this. Have a look at this now. Remember, it was like clear, like white wood.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that looks nice. Very nice.
I need black now, just for the edges.
Oh yeah, like a strip.
Yeah, like just around the edge. It's got to be black.
Ooh,
But I
very
didn't buy
nice.
it. I'll show you now. I bought. You do the water-based stains. Basically, proper guitar stains.
Oh yeah.
I got 4 different colors. So what you got to do with a bit of tissue, you just stick them on and then just rub it where you want, and blend it in to try and get a sunburst effect.
Oh yeah.
But I forgot to get black. The darkest one I got is brown. Harry said to me, just keep putting brown on till it goes black.
He's wise beyond his years, that lad.
Oh, I swear to God, it's not even a joke. And then when I said, oh, that's a good idea, so I did try it. And I went in and told him, I said, listen, it's not. I got to get black. It's not happening. And he said, do you know what he said to me?
What?
He said, I think if you mix brown and red, that makes black. Honestly, that's what he said. He said mix brown and red, and that makes black. I think it might actually.
Johnny says he can't eat popcorn, it gets stuck. Oh dear.
Where'd you get stuck?
He's back on antibiotics again, is Johnny.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, you know how he got like ulcers and tonsillitis and everything.
Yeah.
Finished his antibiotics and then it's come back with a vengeance. Hi, Dr. Smith.
Oh, that's terrible.
So,
he was in my live earlier. He did mention something.
He's back on strong antibiotics.
The only reason I went live earlier was because on OBS, I don't know if you've ever used OBS to go live, but there's 2 little buttons. One says live stream, and underneath is record, and that's how I record my music videos. Is that I just record in OBS and then make it into a video. But this morning I had stream instead of record.
He was supposed to be recording this morning. He was using OBS, and he went live instead of record.
Oh, that's he's live.
Yeah, but then I realized I'm live, so now I'm looking on my channel. I'm like, where am I live? I was like, okay, if I'm live, what? It's okay. Well, food. Yeah.
Johnny said, red, blue, and yellow are the closest to black, but black itself can't be made by mixing colours.
Red, blue, and yellow.
Red, blue, and yellow.
Bananas to black then.
Blue and red. I wouldn't say yet you need yellow to make black. Come on, that's like the sun. Who said that, Johnny?
Yeah.
Come on, Johnny. Johnny, you're taking too much medication now. I mean, it might. I don't know. Blue though, blue and green probably.
I'm gonna Google it.
Have you ever seen a drill piece, Alberic? Yeah.
A what? Oh, Gordon Bennett, that's a big one.
Well, hey, easy now.
I think that might be the biggest I've seen.
Not the first time I've ever heard that.
Johnny ain't wrong. All one needs for this particular method is 3 primary shades, red, blue, and yellow.
Well, I got red.
Though it is a simple method,
I got red and yellow. I haven't got blue.
3 colour shades to create a nice thick shade of black. Yeah, Johnny asked Alexa. I've just Googled it as well. Is it? Gordo says he's got a bigger one.
Oh, hang about.
Yeah. Is it the what's it to the drill bits tonight then?
Is it bigger than that? That's pretty big. That's pretty big, isn't it?
I'm thick as well. Oh dear. But yeah.
Use Gordo's one. Use Gordo's one.
And Johnny says he's got a huge one for walls, just saying. Oh, Gordon Bennett, we watched Incisors drill bits now. Chris says those that brag about it don't know how to use it.
How does he know?
Yeah,
sounds like
said, yeah, it's bigger than that.
Sounds like he's been let down a few times.
Ooh. But
I've got no chat, so I can't even see who's in the chat.
Amjad says I've seen baking with Elliot's chocolate salted caramel cake. It's sort of a bit hit and miss at the moment. I don't do things on a regular basis. It's all right. He's a young lad, and I think he's I don't know whether he's from Birmingham or Wolverhampton, one or two. No, Chris don't brag about his DIY skills, Johnny, because he ain't got any. So yeah, and he's a young lad, and he's gone to college like for baking and whatever. Unlike me, man's self-taught and whatever. But yeah, he's a nice young lad.
Who is it?
Chris is admitting he's only got a small one, but he knows how to use it.
Listen, you'll be the judge of that. Tell him.
Yeah. This is what we're making on Tuesday.
Hang on, Bob.
Put your glasses on.
Triple chocolate brownie donuts. Oh yeah.
They're called bronuts, actually.
Okay, listen, I'll show you some bronuts. Called bronuts. What? That's one thing you don't want is bronuts.
But anyway, it's all right. I'm glad
they're called bronuts. Listen, someone take
this recipe is actually a Jane's patisserie.
Someone's taking the mick. Bronuts. Someone is taking the mick. They call them bronuts.
What does it say there?
Listen, it's like calling them cis tits.
But it's a cross between a brownie and it made into a donut.
I know, but girls probably don't see it, but dudes, bronuts. Come on. Bronut.
Anyway, I'm only stating the obvious. That's what they're called. Because they're made with brownie mix instead of cake mix or whatever.
Oh, look at that. I look terrible with glasses on, don't I?
I look terrible with art, man, on nowadays.
Oh, that's a yes, then, straight from Jeanette. She's like, yes, yeah. Yeah, you do.
Only problem is, when I take mine off, I can't see a thing.
I need mine to be sunglasses.
Hello, mister.
I know, I've got a beard.
All right, Johnny. Johnny, you're starting to look like Papa Smith.
I know. I look like that. I look like I'm off that Santa movie. It starts changing into Santa.
Listen, you're sick again, are you?
Yeah. You can put me on these ones now.
What are they?
500 milligrams.
Harry haven't been well today, so yesterday and today, sore throat now. I had to go to the doctors and antibiotics and all sorts of shit.
I've got a temperature now. My mouth just starting off again. Really bad. But I don't think it's gone sepsis or all this time.
That's a terrible place to be bad, isn't it?
It went from bad tonsillitis to abscesses on my mouth, and the abscesses leaked into my blood.
Yeah.
Fucked me up. And then I've gone like 4 days of feeling great, back to working out a lot, and then knocked on my out again.
Yeah.
Must have been antibiotics. I don't think they fully worked.
At Christmas, Christmas Day, I had a sore throat. Then halfway through the day, it got to the point where I couldn't even eat no more. And I woke up Boxing Day. Oh, I was in agony. Couldn't even swallow my own spit. It was horrendous. To the point where I went to an emergency doctor on Boxing Day. And I told him I needed, and when he's seen, he's like, "Holy shit, that's bad."
The first time I got back in my neck, sent me straight to Pinderfield Hospital.
Yeah, so I asked him for antibiotics that I could, liquid instead of a tablet because there was no way I could have swallowed the tablet.
Just
It's bad enough swallowing the
me,
liquid.
I thought was suppositories.
Yeah, but then after
After
1 day of taking the stuff he gave me, it was way better. And then I had to drink this horrible antibiotics, which was gritty and nasty, for 2 weeks, and I was devastated.
Oh,
but I mean, that makes you laugh.
Banana flavour.
You've got problem with your throat. You can't eat now. Yet they give you great big tablets to take.
Yeah,
How stupid is that?
Good
the
job.
doctor was pretty cool, actually. He was some old dude from California.
Hi, Thomas. I'm not saying Windy Beer review, Thomas. It's a mouthful. Gordo says you just need a hat and a fishing rod and you look like a garden gnome.
I know, it's gone mental, this beer. I do like it, though. I do like it. My mum don't. Well,
As long as you like it, Johnny, don't worry about anyone else.
Yeah, she's rubbing it in a bit. Oh, if you'd stayed in hospital, you'd still be all right now. No, I love you rubbing it in, Mum. You know. Oh, and I've lost my job now.
Days are gone. I mean, I'd be like this. I'd say, look,
and I said I can't afford to do it.
I'm 40 odd years old. I'm quite capable of making my own decisions, making my own mistakes, you know, blah, blah, blah. I moved.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty fucking good. I'm pretty good at it.
It's knocked to shit. So, you know, I did everything they told me to do. I just didn't stay in.
Well, that is the thing that crypto were in. Trilby Phil. Hi, Trilby Phil. Yeah.
Good, I'm burning.
You know what a trilby is?
The pennies just dropped because crypto put a link in on Facebook to that live stream. So, yeah.
Do you know what a trilby is? A trilby is a hat.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I might be thick, but I'm not that thick.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
I thought they might give it kids antibiotics, a banana flavour.
I was going to take this wood glue and just do my eyes up for the rest of the show.
No, I had to come up
with Moose Girl. At least Moose Girl thinks I'm awesome.
I'm sweating my ass off.
You sweating your ass off?
I'm got a temperature as well. So.
Have you? You drinking plenty of fluids?
Yeah. I'm just drunk a litre of water now.
Because when you're sweating, you've got to replace the fluids and you know the salts and the electrolytes.
Them sachets that replace all that.
Yeah, I'm going to say that
I'm taking my vitamin drinks as well, though, so they're boosting.
Remember Dialytes? Remember those fucking diarrhea?
That's where I couldn't think what they were called, but yeah, you mix them with water and they all dialytes and what.
Yeah, it gives you push all the salts back into your body.
Places them.
Giving me an
idea. You ever use Andrew's liver salt?
Gordo says do your mouth instead with glue.
Well,
I would say that, but I thought, no, why not? I better not. Oh, I'm feeling in one of them moods tonight.
I know, cheeky Jeanette. God knows what's going to get discussed.
I'm in sort of one of them moods I couldn't give a shit mood.
Oh, I'm going to know. I drove back to Doncaster today. That wore me out. I had to let her go home. She's been here a week. I kept saying, I'll take you home when I feel better.
Can you only put up with in week bursts?
Yeah, it happened 2 days ago. It coming back on. Oh, 3 days ago now. Can't remember. Tuesday, I think. What are we on now? I've been asleep most of it.
But,
and I'm fine with about 6 hours sleep. But I've been sleeping for hours and hours, even during the day.
But
need something stronger than masking tape. Don't pull your beard off. What did you say? Fuck you.
Oh,
well, you put an hashtag.
I wrote fuck off on it. Oh, dear. I'm glad you ripped it off quickly. You might have had a gap in your
For those that have had to see, it said "fuck off" on it.
Oh dear. But
I'm
hi
only-
Ruby,
I'm only joking.
that Ruby wants to know who's up. You know Johnny Five and you know Easy.
It's just I've got a mental brain now, that's all.
Oh yeah.
What's this? What's this when I put it up?
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny's grown his
This is
beard,
older.
so you might not recognise him.
Plus, I feel a bit
dear.
run over.
I hit him. Good.
People don't know who I am because I got a shit haircut. Have you seen my haircut? I'm not going back there again.
Mine's a bit. Mine's supposed to spike up, but I'm sweating my ass off, so it's just flying down.
I found this place. I went there years ago, and the guy that owned it cuts hair really well. But there's these two women who works for him, and they're too busy talking shit. Like, stop talking shit and cut my hair properly. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
I do Chris's and I do Callum, so yeah, there's no sort of shit haircuts in this establishment because I do.
Yeah,
it.
I used to do my boys.
I go down to the Italian hairdressers. You get face steam and all that.
I done my own through lockdown.
Hot towel and everything.
You?
Yeah. Even
You
Shane-
could
even
just about do
Shane
me
Brown
one
did it.
now, Johnny.
You what?
She didn't recognise you, Johnny. She'd put a picture of Santa.
I know, it does, doesn't it? It's so
That is
wide.
some man, Steve.
But anybody can have a brown beard, can't they?
No, they can't, Johnny.
I
Johnny,
bet-
no,
I
they
bet
can't.
Christmas,
I
though,
agree
I'll
with
bet if I put a big
Johnny.
padded foot on, I bet I'll play Santa.
Johnny. You know, you just said anyone can have a brown beard. No, they
Yeah.
can't. You can't.
Ooh, you bitch.
No, I'm just saying. You just.
Hey, everybody talking about me.
I'm just
Lovely.
saying. I'm just
I bet there's a
responding
few
to.
women that might disagree.
Hey, up we go personal now, Johnny.
Oh, I love that. I love the bones of that little shit there. He's a good lad. Good lad.
Who?
You? Fuck's sake.
Oh, me.
That was
Okay.
compliment then, even though I didn't receive one.
I know.
Go on.
Listen. Let me tell you something. If you don't love me, there's something wrong with you.
I do. You're a good lad.
That's
Known you a
what I
long
reckon.
time. Known you a long time now.
I know. Listen, I'm the realest fucker you know. That's a fact. I'm the realest person all of you know.
Look at it this way. I mean,
1
me,
minute.
Easy, and Johnny are the terrible trio because we've been sort of in each other's live streams, etc., for a long, long time.
I've
Yeah.
stopped at his house
I'm-
and met and been to Jeanette's and she's been to mine.
I think that I watched your live show before I even done live shows. I'm not sure whether it is or whether I was doing live shows and that's why I come across yours. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I remember coming into your live show and it was just you had your computer up. You were sat up on. You had a desk or something
Yeah.
next to the window, wasn't it?
Yeah. Over there.
Yeah. And
No
it was you and Chris on there, and I thought, do you know what? These are real people. Fucking, how about that?
Funny thing is, you know, our last week's Monday and Tuesday night live stream, one got 2.8k, and that would
Yeah.
Well, it's gone a bit crazy this week as well. Monday's got like 480, and Tuesday's got 300 and something. I mean, not as
Yeah.
much before, but yeah,
Oh dear.
What do you think? What do you think's the cause of that?
I don't know.
Do you think this
Sharing-
one's gonna have loads of
People sharing out, you know what I mean?
Do you think this one's gonna have loads of views?
I don't know because it just seems
Well,
to be the Mondays
Let's
and
just tell them all about me, just in case. Right, my name.
Ace a lion.
Linky.
What am I, Ruby? I can't quite fathom out what it is. I know Chris is a mushroom or a toadstool or
What am I?
Yo,
you're a
Tim.
lion.
I'm a lion.
She puts like emoji things for each
Oh.
person.
Okay, is she
So
saying I'm a lion?
You're a
Oh.
lion. I don't know what I am. I can't quite make out what it is. Something
I'm
brown.
Johnny, there.
And I'm
It's not
Santa's cousin.
shit, by the way.
Johnny, you
It's
look
a
like you're on the
muppet.
B-Day.
I'm an otter.
No, I'm sat in
Yeah.
bed.
You're an otter.
Yeah, because I just asked her and she says it's an
Listen,
otter.
I got a joke, and you guys might get it, but you might not. Have you ever had? Do you like curry?
Yeah, but not hot.
Have you ever had a chicken tikka?
Chicken tikka?
No, chicken tikka.
Oh, that's funny, isn't it?
After the otter.
It's like a tikka, just a little otter.
I wondered where that were leading to.
Did you get it? Do you understand what I'm saying? I said it to some American people. They didn't have a clue what I was talking about.
Were an otter, weren't it?
Yeah, Taka the otter. Yeah, a tikka.
Crypto says I'm scared. What am I, Ruby?
Chicken Taka.
Crypto. They look like.
Does that mean I'm the king of the jungle? I suppose so. Yeah. What did you say Johnny was?
You put a picture of Santa Claus.
Oh, that hurts.
Crypto's a caterpillar now.
I have to do that quick.
Did I say I, Stuntman Steve? I don't know whether I did or not. Oh dear.
I couldn't even do that yesterday. I haven't used straws.
I hate not having chat.
Oh.
Johnny, where are you? For some reason, I feel like I'm watching you take a shit.
It's in the boot. It's in his boudoir.
Oh, you're in your bedroom?
I'm not showing around because it's a man.
You just did.
Yeah, that's top at wardrobe.
Is all that above you when you sleep?
Huh?
Is your bed in between all that lot?
Yeah, it's a built-in. Some of them built-in bed
Like
things.
it's a built-in thing.
I don't think I could have all that around me when I was. I couldn't have all that around me when I was sleeping.
I got this. It's got 2 single wardrobes on it and an overbed bit, and that double wardrobe there for no. A woman had moved into a house and it didn't fit into a new house, so she put it up free, but they had to pick it up there and then because it removal man. So I just went and got it.
Okay. Well, how did you get it? What did you put it in?
My trailer. It was only barely down road, about 20 minutes away, so I just did a couple of runs in trailer.
Yeah. Nice.
Comes in handy, that trailer.
I've only just noticed, Johnny. I've just noticed something about you ain't got your glasses on.
I can see this close up.
I was going to say, I will try to fathom out. I mean, how long you been on?
Blue eyes.
When I'm by you, I can see. Okay. When I put these on, I've got to come. When I come this close, now I can see great.
So you can't see close up properly then.
So when I take them off there, it's quite blurry. I mean, I can see at the bottom where it says mic, cam, and settings and all that. But your name, I can just about see. It's proper blurry. I put them on, and that is crystal clear.
Bloody hell, your eyesight's gone down a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone bad.
My sister.
I mean, I've got photos dotted around, and I ain't got glasses on. I mean, that one there, I ain't got glasses on. A man just went downhill to the point where. Chris says when she married me, it went downhill. But yeah, I sort
of that looking down, Chris.
I got to the point where, I were like you, I were like this, and I couldn't see proper. And yeah, I went and had my eyes tested, and she says, yeah, you do need more time.
Yeah.
Because I started off, I only used to use them for reading and like watching telly or like things.
Look at this. I've got colour changing lights as well. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, turn your red light on, Johnny. Turn your red light on.
Hey, Chris has bought some of them strip lights, like what Jack's got.
Yeah.
But he bought them for when he goes car camping. So as you know, they flash all different colours.
Yeah, I got them in my van.
Well, he's bought some for the car. So I says, it's all right. I says, breath the on
He's
red.
obsessed with stopping out in that car.
Can you share it on on your channel? What?
What's it sound?
Yeah, what your channel?
Something happened to your sound, Johnny?
My sound's just gone altogether. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, that's what happened to mine. Weird.
But anyway, so I says, yeah. I says, whatever you do, I says, don't leave them constant red. I says, because you'll have somebody knocking on. God.
Yeah.
Thinking you're tarting for business. Hi, Jackie.
As long as you don't go to a dogging car park.
Gordo says you're a serial flasher.
I don't know what happened then. I lost that sound. Couldn't hear.
You better know, Johnny.
Hi,
Yeah,
Jackie.
right.
Say hi, Jackie. Anyway, so yeah, basically, what we say. Oh yeah,
Oh, dear.
and he's got that head torch thing on. He used that last time, but it soon drains the power out of it.
I've got some of them LED one headset.
But yeah, they only like a cheap strip light. He says when all said and done, he says I just need them for car.
Yeah.
So I can plug
Yeah.
because he's got like a USB bank, if you know what I mean. So if he charges that up, it can plug them into that.
Yeah,
and
power bank.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
like
car's
a USB power bank type of thing.
Yeah. Oh, actually, if I touch that, I can see chat, but now I can't see you.
Yeah, what you do is you just flick in and out of it. But if you flick to the comments one, it'll keep telling you when a new comment comes up. At the bottom.
Come
Ooh,
on.
that
know-
was
I know
nice
stuff.
tummy rumble.
I'm
How
not
much
sure
you
what it
plug
means.
this
What? Yeah.
When does it tell you when there's a new comment?
If you click the chat and then you press comments and then come back out of it, it comes up at the bottom then. There's somebody's put a message.
That's what I've just done, but no, there's no message at the bottom.
I don't think I
I have noticed a lot of grey coming into my beard and my moustache and all that, on my hair. Time to
Yeah,
go grey.
in a bit you'll be like Johnny.
Hi,
Yeah.
Jackie.
I don't mind. I don't mind being a bit grey. I can spray it black. I got loads of spray.
So you're not coloured now.
I got myself a
Men.
water-based dye ready.
I'm gonna say you can get just for men that you can,
Do you know something? I considered that, but do you know what I said? I said, all them lot on YouTube will spot you straight away.
Oh, Johnny, if you turn up
Looking like Magnum PI.
men, it's
looking like
supposed
Bruce
to-
Lee,
This just for men is supposed to accentuate your natural colour. That's
What,
one
white?
thing.
so you look like a proper Smurf.
Only thing that can accentuate my colour, the Jew looks fucking.
Listen, if I go grey, I go grey. That's just the way it is.
Yeah,
You
I'm gonna go.
I've had a
Let go of my hair, though, look.
hair dye,
Grow my hair now.
and I just can't be asked to do it. And yeah,
Yeah. Anything after 46, that's a privilege for me. So I'm just. It is. If I go bald, at 60, I don't mind.
but
If I go bald at 47,
My
I
ex-partner,
won't be
Claire,
happy.
Chloe's mum, right? She's in same age as me, 46, not a single grey hair. She's never dyed her hair. Her hair's spot on. Dark brown, no grey at all.
but yeah,
46.
it's just having energy and inclination to do it. I just can't be asked.
You're a bit of a gambler. I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
I'd be out earning it. She'd be out spending it.
Oh dear.
She's a bad
Crypto said she's getting her hair done tomorrow.
Mm.
I'm gonna find new hairdressers. I don't like the way they do mine. It's cheap. Me and Harry, it's 20 quid for me and Harry. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, but I only paid that for them clippers years and
I
years
look like a
ago.
bad
And-
guy.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I got a set of clippers. I'm with you, Jeanette. I swear to God.
Badger's ass.
Gordo says he looks like a badger's arse with grey in his beard and his hair.
Who, me?
I could have had a big brown bit right now.
He's talking about me, isn't he? Fucker.
No, Gordo says he looks like a badger's arse.
I don't think
Oh,
he's
he looks like a badger's arse. Well, Gordo, I wasn't going to say nothing, but since you brought it up,
You don't even know him.
I know, but I can smell him from here. He's pretty strong.
But,
Yep, that's definitely Badger's ass.
Hey, Gordo, if you put I'm not come here to be insulted, you're not wrong, chap.
Especially with these two
Listen,
reprobates.
listen, I'm only joking. Whenever I'm saying stuff to people, I'm only messing about. Don't ever take nothing
Hi,
serious.
Kev, how are you?
The difference between
yeah.
stinky and naughty.
Kev sent me a screenshot. The stickers are on the way.
Yo, Grandpa Kev.
Tim says he's not been to Barbers in years. I tell you how it come about. How I do Callum and Chris's. When Callum were young, we used to take him to a barber's, and he used to scream place down. It was like going to the dentist. Didn't like it at all. And basically, I says, "Oh, I'm not going to have this palaver every time I take him to barbers." So that's when I bought a pair of clippers and I started doing it myself.
Yeah, my Luke's like that. He don't like having his hair done.
No,
I give Jack many a haircut. I give Harry. Well, my first actually the first haircut I gave Harry is on YouTube. I filmed it and I messed it up big time. So I had to take him to a hairdresser to get it sorted.
But yeah, that's the only reason why we in some clippers, and basically it cut a lot of stress down because he were in his own environment. He didn't like it even when I cut it.
I took him to a place called Funky Chickens, and they would sit him in a car, like a little car that was raised up.
Yeah.
So he enjoyed it. And then
our barbers had done that, and we just weren't having.
But this is why I stopped going there, because it was quite expensive. It was like 12 quid for a haircut. For a kid, it's quite expensive. But I thought they sit them in a car, there's toys to play with and everything. There's a TV with cartoons on. They only do kids. You know what I mean? And I went there during lockdown.
Hi, James.
I went to pay, and it was like $15.60 or something.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, and I was like, it's only £12. She said, "Oh yeah, we've had to put it up because of the PPE." That's what she said to me, yeah. And the woman that cut Harry's hair had one of those masks, one of those visors. You know the visor?
Yeah.
Had one of them on.
I call them lampshades. I call them lampshades because it's lamps that wear them.
Yeah, but that's all she had on. I thought PPP or PPE, whatever it's fucking called. You know, they put £4 on just my haircut. Because she's wearing that thing. You can probably buy 10 of them.
Currently incinerating £8 billion worth of PPE that's run out there.
Yeah, and do you know who sold it to them?
$12,000 worth.
Do you know who sold it to them? Their friends.
Oh yeah, we know that. Contracts all over the shop.
But yeah, so that's the story behind. But I mean, as he's got a bit older, he's got better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've tried that with Luke, but 16, I don't think he'd fit in the car.
But anyway, I paid. They're down here somewhere. Hang on a minute.
He did. I wish his headache could piss off. Got stonking
a bit of an egg yesterday, Johnny.
Got stonking headache, mate. I ain't smoked weed for 3 days. I think I need some.
Yeah, that's what I need to do now. Roll a joint.
I've just set my mouth off though, drinking that water. So. If it water, set my mouth off, would you?
That's what I bought, and you can see I sort of.
What is it, Jeanette?
It's a bondage kit.
I know she's just doing it. What is going on?
That's a fancy one.
I know it's got a go fast stripe on it and all that. I thought it was something to do with Herbie. You know Herbie?
And you get all sorts brush and
all right.
Yeah. And it's
Johnny needs that brush for his vagina.
very chargeable.
I use dog clippers, mate. Same thing.
What, for your vagina?
Then see you later. And you get one of them as well.
Oh, for doing your minge line.
What a pregnancy testing kit.
It's meant
That's for doing your bikini life.
sideburns and them hard
I
bits.
thought you peed on it to find out if you're pregnant.
But yeah, it's actually a sideburn trimmer. Them hard to get bits.
Good little kit, though.
Yeah, about 16 quid.
I paid 45 quid for them dog clippers.
Yeah, they were about 16 quid, and I bet you we've had them about 15 years.
Bloody hell.
£1 a year.
And then what is it? Wine or Walla?
You can use it like, without a wire, but it needs charging.
Yeah.
Drop it below the camera so we can't see it. Turn it on.
Hey, I'm going to tell you
That'll
something.
get you sweating.
I'm going to tell you something now. I think it was when we moved here. So, I mean, they didn't come to do a sky till the day after we moved in. So we sat here and all of a sudden I could hear. I'm thinking, what's that? Anyway, both me and Chris, Kelly's turned on now.
Yeah, James. Reading chat.
I got no chat. I can't see chat.
Anyway, so we sat here and we kept saying, what was that noise? We hunted high and low, and it was them. It turned on in case by itself.
Them clippers I've got for dogs, 45 quid.
It sort of, it occupied us for an hour or two trying to find.
How do they turn on?
I don't know. So during moving process, somebody must have caught it or something. But anyway, we could hear this noise and for live on us, we were hunting high and low because we didn't know where this noise was coming from.
I know. Similar thing happened to us the other night. I turned everything off in here and went into the house. And when I was in the kitchen, I heard this weird noise and it was repeating itself. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So I've gone by the stairs. I've shouted up. I'm like, "Kate, is that you? What's that?" She's like, "No, I don't know. Is it Jack?" So she's got up and gone and seen Jack. Said, what's that noise? It's repeating itself. And he's like, "I don't know, but I can hear it." So now we're all like, what the fuck's this noise? And then Kate says, "Is it a Bluetooth thing in the shed?" And do you know what it was? I've got this Bluetooth speaker, and when you
FM mode.
right,
Bluetooth mode.
you hear that? Well, it was just repeating that. For some reason, it was just repeating Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth mode.
I'm going to tell you something.
My speaker does that. You got to turn the Bluetooth mode on your phone.
I'm going to tell you something. and several people that are regulars know this story because I've told it a time or two. When we lived at Nottinghamshire before we moved here, my friend, she got two lads. Now, one bought me a mug that's all boxed up, all in a box, and other one bought me like a art key ring. So I'm in house all on my own this particular day.
Where was you? In where?
House.
In ass.
In house. Yeah. Anyway, so the moral of the story is it were like two separate rooms, and the wall unit that we've got here was in the back room, like near kitchen. So I could hear this noise, and I goes in, and it was this mug, because when you take it out its packaging and lift it up, it was saying, "I love you, I love you, I love you." I bet Johnny remembered the story. It kept repeating same thing again. "I love you, I love you." Yeah, it was still in its box. It was on wall unit, and it's still in box to this day. And I demonstrated it.
We call them a happy bomb.
Jeanette, can I just say something?
What?
You say, I bet Johnny can remember this. You know, me and Johnny are the same age.
Absolutely now, man.
But anyway, I
just have to check it Friday.
And hi, Ted, how are you?
I only know what day it is by Jeanette's lives.
Anyway, I used to
That's
go
Ted
to
Bishop.
yeah.
Oh, what's up, Ted?
I used to go to hairdressers that were like next door but one. And I was telling them the story about I could hear this voice, went in back room, and this mug was saying, I love you, I love you. And she actually used to live in the house that we were living in. Oh, Ted's here.
In the way?
Hi, Ted.
Yo, Ted.
Can't hear you.
Oh, Ted.
You're sorting. Oh, there you go.
Anyway, I were relaying this story to this gal that worked in his hairdressers, and she said, funny thing is, we used to live in that house, she says, and they thought it were haunted, and it were a couple that had lost a baby.
Oh, don't mind.
But it were really strange, and yeah, and to this day, that mug is still in its box. It's never happened again. It just happened that one time.
Yeah, crazy.
Good to see you, Ted.
You too, Johnny.
Hey, we got matching beard.
You're not in your normal background.
Whoa, tip that over. I tipped a bit.
Oh, shit.
I tipped a bit. Not much. Oh, that would. Oof.
Hazy's in his shop.
Listen, I thought that. That's dirt. If you want people to tip over their shit, sell them in a container that's like that. You know what I mean?
That's why. Yeah.
I bet lots of people tip them over because of the shape of that. It should be short and fat.
Yes. Short.
God,
And
I was
fat
on
is the
form
way to go.
tonight.
Yeah.
Says it's the Garden Gnomes
Short and fat is the
Convention
way to
on
go,
the panel
guys.
tonight.
You cheeky bugger.
How's it going, Ted? You okay?
But But you're right. It's ridiculous. It's very tippy.
Yeah, because it's a water-based dye, so you got to put it up, applicate it with this. So you do that, and then you put it down.
And boom.
Then you knock it
Yeah.
over.
The
Yeah.
thing
You end up with
is,
brown
somebody
fingers.
made the decision.
Got dark
Somebody
quick.
made the decision to use that bottle.
It's all right. Chris has been out with
Yeah.
your iPod.
Oh, man.
Ted, you want to see Harry's guitar? No, I'll show you in a minute.
I do.
I'm
And
just
his-
staying
and his
in the
lens,
neck at the moment.
He's been out with his lens.
What's my sound again? No sound? God, no.
We can
I'll
hear
I'll be
you.
back in a minute again.
Yeah, it was like that for me though tonight. You could hear me, I just couldn't hear you.
Yeah. If you're wondering, Ted, Gordo is the resident comedian.
Ah,
It's
I have no
everybody
idea what's going on there.
got sleepy, happy, and dopey. Hi, Tracy.
I want to know which one I am.
Ted look like a push of garden gnome.
Which one am I? If I'm not happy, there's going to be trouble.
I'll do grumpy.
I've
I'm good at
just
that.
been telling them about that mug incident.
I'm usually sleepy, so
Oh, I've been sleeping for the last 3 days.
Oh yeah, you are sleepy, Johnny. Says sleepy's just dropped off.
He's full of the old insults tonight, his little Gordo. Is it?
I know. He's on part
Ted, look at this.
tonight.
Is it your time of month, Gordo?
look at that. Look at that. Wow.
That looks great. That
It does. It looks
Fantastic.
fantastic. That does.
his guitar, making farming. That.
My goodness.
Pass me
Good
that
work,
mug,
Johnny,
I'll
isn't
show
it?
everybody.
If you told me you bought that at guitar shop, I would totally
I
believe
know.
you.
That's what Jack just come home from work now. That's what he said. He said,
Where'd you buy that?
Well, when you come on, I'm going to go. 'cause I'm
Oh.
Fantastic, that is.
Spectacular.
Oh. You sleep.
I mean, it is coming on real
Wait
nice.
Yes. Can't wait to hear it.
How are you sleeping? Have you made it into
Said
bed?
mug look easy. This is the said mug, right?
Yep.
Don't matter how much you shake it or whatever. Don't go off. Right? And the only time it's ever been opened when I've been...
I'm going to drop out, love, because I'm feeling like crap, really.
Okay then, Johnny.
Thanks for me up. Tracy's going to pop in chat in a minute. She's just going
Okay. I'll see you later, Johnny.
Nice
Hope
one,
you feel better,
Johnny. Take it easy, man.
I've got no
Right,
choice.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Why have you got no choice?
I got tired just doing a bit of driving today.
Oh, stop moaning.
Jeanette, do you collect mugs?
No, it was one that a friend of mine, a son, bought it me.
Pete?
See you later.
My wife has a whole cupboard full of mugs.
I will just tell it story, Ted. This has always been in this in its box, but this
In the box.
particular day, and it's been on my wall unit. Now you put it down, nothing happens, and it was listen. Anyway, this particular day, all I could hear was that. It was still in its box, and all I could hear were I love you," and no explanation as to why it was going off. And a few days later, I ring hairdressers, and somebody says, "Oh, didn't you know your house is haunted?" But yeah, it's
But at least
like
it's a friendly
that.
ghost. It's a friendly ghost.
So yeah, it's a ghost that loves me, apparently.
There you go. Can't beat that.
But yeah, it's always been in its box. It's always been on my wall unit. It's never been used. And yeah, that just happened one day. For no apparent reason. That's me trying to get it back in box. But yeah, don't know what happened or it set it off or anything. So yeah,
that is funny.
Box back up now and it's not doing anything. Look, I can shake it and whatever.
You must have to take it out of
Yeah. I've just seen them go though. So yeah, that is the mystery. It were in his box. It run my wall unit, and for some unknown reason, it was just saying that I love you, I love you.
That is cute.
You see what Johnny's put? My house is haunted. A person comes into my room making a moaning sound. Light on. It was Tracy. But yeah, so that's the unexplainable. So yeah, you know, it's one of them things you can't explain it away, because I've just demonstrated to you that it only says it when you pick it up or whatever. Back in its box, I've shook it and it don't make it go off.
What do you think it is? You think it was like the spirit?
Yeah.
Huh?
I reckon it was the spirit of that child that died in that house at the particular time. Because apparently, you know, like a cot death, it were a cot death. But same as I said, it could be. I mean, I watch a lot of these paranormal channels and paranormal things, and basically, they use things as a way of communicating. So, yeah, I still believe that it was that child trying to communicate, because they sort of told me stories of what they'd encountered, you know, sort of thing, but not sort of, you know, and that's probably I don't know the way that person or child communicated with me. Pardon me. So
when I was a child, my father had a best friend who was in the Special Forces, the United States Army, and he was over in Vietnam. And one night, my father woke up and he knew something had happened. He just knew. And 2 days later, the guys came to the door from the military, knocking on the door, looking for his family's house, which is right next door to ours. And it was the eeriest thing because he said something's happened. Something happened to Red. The guy's name was Red.
Yeah.
And he knew. Because when he saw it, but the point is, he told us this before we actually saw these guys. You know, he told us something's happened, something's wrong.
Yeah. Well, I think that as humans, we give off vibrations and we give off
I think we do.
People can sense, that's how animals work. You can sense someone else's intent, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can get a sense if somebody's good or bad, or
dogs. A lot of dogs are very good at that.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, my mum passed 5 years ago. Nah, she thought sun shone out of Chris's backside, right? Now, I mean, you'd think that if she was still hanging around, she'd sort of make communication with me. I mean, there has sort of been some strange things happen, but anyway, he always gets either a tap on shoulder, tap on back of his computer chair. But that were my mum just saying, yeah, I'm still here. I'm here, still here, causing havoc sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's called the third eye in your brain. Some people can really sense that stuff. That's what Johnny said. But yeah, I mean, we've since found out, because I don't sleep very well, right? And this particular night, I'd come downstairs, and as I were going upstairs, I mean, lights were on and everything. And our stairs used to go up 6 steps, and you go across a landing, then you go on to another landing and go up another set of 6 stairs. So I was going upstairs this particular day, early hours at morning.
Yeah.
And I heard this bloke say hello. Now, I thought it was Chris or Callum. But when I get to the top of the stairs, Callum was still in bed and Chris was still in bed. And I heard this guy say hello.
Oh, that would have freaked me out.
I was talking to Ivy next door, and apparently there were an old fella that died. And when he died, this house was put up for rent and we got it. So it could have been that guy sort of just let him. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Chris has had a lot of, touching his shoulder, tapping back of his, just like little things. Anyway, we went to Minehead, Butlins at Minehead.
I've been here a few times.
So anyway, we were going for wrestling, WWE wrestling, because it was just after my mum had passed, and we said, right, we're going to have a good holiday. We went we'd been promising Callum for years that we were going to take him to this wrestling. So we upgraded to a gold chalet, so we got better tickets or better seats. And it had got like a patio with a veranda or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like chairs and table and everything. So this particular day, me and Callum were in chalet all by himself.
I've been to Minehead about 4 or 5 times.
We've only ever been the once. It's a nice place. Anyway, so me and Callum sat there in chalet. All of a sudden, this robin drops onto veranda, patio, or whatever you want to call it. Looks at us and does a shit.
It took a shit.
It did a shit. And
I
says to Callum, I says, that's Mama, that is. I says, that was just her sense of humour. I've come to visit you, but I'm going to shit on your veranda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hi, James, how are you? You know what I mean? That was just, and I says,
yeah.
I says to Callum, I says, that's Mama. I says, because Mama, that was Mama's sense of humour. I've come to visit you, let you know I'm watching you, but I'm going to shit on your veranda while I'm at it. And
here's what I
still
think.
believe to that day that were my mum.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I know it's nice to have comforting thoughts when you've lost someone, innit? That's you know.
and
I done the same when my dad died. I went to see a spiritualist when my dad died in a big community centre, and they picked me out of the crowd and started saying some shit. And then when I started questioning him, he just cut me off straight away.
But it's like me, AZ. I'm very sceptical of these sort of things. I've never been to a medium. I've never been to a psychic or whatever, because I'm sort of person that unless they tell me something that nobody else knows, then I'll believe you.
Well, that's what happened. I started asking him questions, and he cut me off straight away. They didn't want to know then.
Yeah,
you know, they just want people to go there going, "Oh my God, he's right. Oh yeah, fuck, he's right," and then pass the hat round at the end.
They guess general stuff.
This is the thing. You know? This is the thing when it comes to.
Look at it this way: unless somebody's lost somebody, they're not going to be there anyway, are they?
That's what I was just about to say.
That is the only reason.
Everybody there is there looking for comfort.
Yeah. And wanting the loved ones to come through. So every single person in that room has lost somebody, and it's called cold
reading. And this is the thing: so many people fake it. So if there are real people that can do it, they're overshadowed by the fakers.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I mean, biggest fake going with Derek Akora. Oh. I mean, I don't know whether you've heard of him, Ted.
I have. Yeah.
It were a supposedly a psychic medium, but they used to be on a program called Most Haunted. See you later. I awake. So and sort. I mean, he's dead now, isn't he? I think.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll come back and say something.
Nearly every single program on this Most Haunted, it got possessed, and you've never seen such diabolical acting in all your life. You know, you knew. You knew it weren't real. Yeah. And sort of after he left, and they brought in another. It sort of came out that they were acting and it weren't real.
Yeah, they can fake anything on TV. I mean, there's one here in the States. This
like a fireworks display going off or something out there.
And it's just you can see right through it. You know, I can. You know, I mean, I can see that. No, that's.
But same as you said, AZ, it undermines and overshadows the real people that have got real, psychic ability.
If there's somebody that really can do that,
because you know when my dad died, like after me and my cousin, because my auntie died 3 months before my dad, like brother and sister, he died like within 3 months of each other, and my nan. Within 4 months, I lost my nan, my auntie, and my dad. But I was close to my cousin, whose mother died as well, and it was me and him who went to the spiritualist thing, this fucking whatever you call it. And then his brother never come with us. But then months later, I went to his house. It's my cousin Chrissy, and I was sat there and we're having a cup of tea and chatting and all that. And he's like, "I got something to say, but I don't know whether I want to tell you." And I'm like, "What is it?" And he's like, "I'm not sure whether you want me to tell you." And I'm like, "What is it?"
Hi, partner.
Yeah.
He said, "What happened?" He said, "Last week," because he lived in the same street as his sister. He said, "Last week," and his sister's called Haley. He said, "Last week, Haley had a knock on the door, and it was this crazy woman in the rain, soaking wet and all this, and saying, 'Listen, this is going to sound weird. I don't want no money from you or anything, but I've got these people with me, and they've been fucking bugging me all weekend, just drive me insane. They're not shutting up. They're telling me to come and see you, and I got to tell you that they're okay." And she described two people and a dog. She described my dad and his sister and my old dog Tyson. You know, like, and she didn't want no money.
Well,
she
this
said
is
they haven't
it.
stopped.
I mean, if they really,
She said they haven't stopped
genuine-
singing. This is what she
Yeah.
said. They haven't stopped singing. They just drive me insane. But this is the part that gets me. If that was true, if my dad was there really bugging with his sister, they would have come to see me too.
Not necessarily.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you would. Because
yeah.
you know why? Because these are words from my dad's mouth a few years before he died. If there's a way back, I will find it, and I'll let you know.
But I mean,
You know?
Gordo
He said that to me.
my friend had psychic powers. He was able to describe my late partner's engagement ring that she lost without even seeing it.
Oh, was it gold with a diamond in it?
But you know what I mean? I'm same as I've just said. I'm skeptical, and they've got to tell me something that only I know. Or,
Yeah.
You should be skeptical. You should.
you know, to be able to you know, convince me otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if there's money involved. If they want money.
Yeah. I mean, you look at. I mean, like, Long Island Medium.
Yes.
She made millions off it. Now it transpires. I mean, even that were fake, and a lot of people put their
It's on
hard-earned
TV.
money and going to see her because they thought she was this revered psychic medium
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever
just
you
a
want.
scam, isn't it?
Yes,
And-
I'm familiar with I'm familiar with Long Island Medium. That's on used to be on TV here.
But it's, you know, it's yeah. Same as
So much-
you know, they wouldn't. They've got to tell you something that you don't know, or they don't want. I mean, like she knocked on door and said, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah, they would have to tell me. They would have to say.
Entertainment.
They would have to say to me, like, oh, one time when you were on holiday in Aberporth, you and your dad snuck off and walked up the lane, you know, and went and had a breakfast without nobody else knowing. They'd have to say that to me.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, I'm saying.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They say that
you
now,
would
I
have
don't believe them.
Something they would have no way of knowing.
Yeah, it's got to be something that were personal to like me and my mum or whatever, you know what I mean? It's got to be something that nobody else knows and that I know for a fact is true.
Yep.
But
I need to
yeah,
get a Fender Mustang decal.
so yeah, you know what I mean? Partners in his caravan. Thornwick Bay. That's Spiley.
So you said
He's
a
away-
Fender
Is he away in
Mustang?
his caravan, did he say?
Yeah, he's got a friend of a friend or something like that that's got a static caravan. He has been going down in his, because he's got a caravan like Johnny that he tows down there, but that's back in storage. So he's down at you're only here over at weekend. I'll have a coffee, baby. Yeah.
Right.
It's all right, he's doing a bit of editing.
Listen, I gotta go and do myself some food because I am starving.
Okie dokie then.
So I'll speak to you all soon.
Okie dokie then. See you
Easy,
later.
take it easy, dude.
See you
Take
later.
it easy. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh, it's just me and you, Ted.
Well, that's horrible. Us two young people here.
Yeah. Two young spring chickens.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, it's interesting. My wife is in the other room on her computer doing the same thing. She's got a fiber arts group that she belongs to.
Yeah.
And they started doing it during COVID when nobody was getting out and doing much of anything. And they've kept doing it. They're on Zoom. They're on Zoom. They're not on YouTube / StreamYard.
Oh yeah.
They like
Johnny,
YouTube. So
Johnny says girls are in caravan in Costa del Garden. His caravan parked up at the side of his house, and girls are in caravan. He says.
I'm gonna get rid of this. The notifications keep coming up and covering my chat. There we go.
What Wake is on about, Amjad? He was on about 3 Degrees, the group. Wakey, it's put. I prefer 3 Degrees, Amjad lad, especially the one in the middle. I think Amjad, you thought her a bit too young to remember 3 Degrees. You know what I mean? Well, didn't Diana Ross sing Wilm as well? I think so. Wakey's put whoosh, lol. Oh dear.
So we're having the grandkids. My oldest son has 3 kids, and they're coming. It's their anniversary, so the 3 of them are coming here and staying tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night. That's going to be exciting.
It's all right. I'm on about the weather. We've been having, well, it's been quite warm today, but it's been a bit windy with it. So, I mean, it is saying we're still at 17 degrees. So, yeah, 22's sort of just right. It's not too hot, and it's not cold either. Amjad wouldn't know who the 3 Degrees are, and he's put nah.
Oh, I really have to think about when the people talk in Celsius.
Yeah, you guys
use Celsius.
Yeah,
we use Fahrenheit, and it's quite different. It's a 77. Would they say it was? I just looked a few minutes ago. It was 72, which is quite nice.
Yeah, Johnny says he's going out it sun tomorrow. Need the natural vitamin D. Is a few weeks ago we had some ulcers on back of his throat, and he got tonsillitis with it as well. They put him on some strong. He did go in hospital. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to keep him in, so to get these antibiotic breed anyway. Stubborn so and so that he is. Hi Geezart, how are you? He came home with these antibiotics. Now I think probably what's happened is it's come back to bite him. Yeah, I've seen a bit. It's all right. Chris is just taking biscuit for his walkies. His nightly constitution.
Yeah. I used to do that. We haven't had a dog in a while now. When we had a corgi.
Oh, biscuits like we think is sort of a German Shepherd cross Wheelers or something like that. He's got very, very long legs, but he's got the markings and everything of a German Shepherd. Yeah, click on that link, Amjad, and that's probably take you to 3 Degrees. So, but yeah, you can thank the EU for almost totally metric. But that's it. You know what I mean? It gets a bit. I mean, even with me baking, you know what I mean? I mean, I've got a gas oven, and it's like Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if it only sort of says like 350 degrees Fahrenheit, you have to convert it into what gas mark it is. But I know now, like the 350 is like gas mark 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've got used to converting. You know what I mean? But I mean the one that this one is the one I'm doing on Tuesday is an English recipe. Mm-hmm. So it says 180 degrees centigrade.
Right. If I was to use that, I'd have to convert it.
Yeah, and it says /160 for a fan assisted oven. Now, that is basically 4/5 in gas mark terms.
Gotcha.
Jeanette, you know what I mean, Pickering. Yeah, well, whatever. But yeah, it's got to point now. I've done that many recipes. I mean, it's like cups and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys in America always do cup measurements. Now, when Laurie comes on with me, she used to sort of send me what's 2 cups in. What is 100 and, let's say, for instance, 200 grams of dark chocolate. What's 200 grams of dark chocolate in, like, cups? You know what I mean?
Right.
But she sort of, and I says to her, I says, all I do, Laurie, I says, is I Google it.
Yeah.
And
that's easy.
There's plenty of conversion tables out there.
Yeah.
So it's just a case of finding the. Hi, Vanessa.
I find it interesting that we use the English Fahrenheit and temperature and measurement and all of that.
Yeah.
And
Geezart says, tell Ted Bishop just the chat says hi, whatever that is.
Hi guys.
That was Geezart.
Okay.
Tell Ted Bishop the chat says hi. Oh, well, anyway.
Is Ted related to Harold? I doubt it.
Who's Harold?
Most of these, who's Harold?
Ted has come over from Azies. Is a supporter at Azie.
Yeah, I'm over here in the States.
Yeah,
Maine to be example. I don't know if that means anything to anybody over there.
I mean, it's like. I mean, I'm going what Phil says. I hate converting because I'm so bad at math, and it's never all numbers. But the thing is, Callum's, which is our son, has had a maths exam this morning, and basically, he's very good at English, but he hates maths. Exactly like our English were a breeze, but maths I struggled with. So anyway, he come in from having his maths exam. So I said to him, I said, how did you get on? He says, oh, I pissed it. I don't know whether that's...
Yeah, there are a lot of expressions.
Did he do good or did... I mean, he's 20 in November. See you later, Lee.
Yeah, it took me a while to, and it's interesting, but talking to a lot of you Brit, I don't mean to call you Brits if that's something you don't like to be called, but people over in the UK, English-speaking people, some of the expressions that you use, it's adorable, some of them. Like I found myself saying to somebody I know, I said, well, I think I'll get that sorted out. And we don't say that over here.
So I'm just going to answer it. I'm just going to answer a question that Amjad's asked me how Laurie is. She's all right. It's her husband that she's very worried about because when he had his operation, because her husband, she comes from Pennsylvania and her husband has got cancer. Now, he went in to have an operation and basically they found something in his lung. She did say that he's got to go in. He's had a biopsy on it or something and he's got to go in and have another operation.
You hear so much of it. So much of people having these, all these problems.
Geezart says, I pissed it. Well, I don't know. It's just how it came out with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it? Did he think it were good or?
Yeah, right.
It's hard to decipher when these young'uns talk.
It's not really clear, is it? Yeah.
So I'm assuming he did well because he said that.
Yeah. That would be
But,
my take on it. Well, yeah, I've got to go in for eye surgery again. I had this one done. This one's all straightened out. Now I got to go in, have this one. What do they call it? Cataracts.
Oh, cataracts, yeah. Well,
Cataracts.
Funny thing is, just before my mum died, she was supposed to be having that operation, but then she got poorly because she was sat there and she was sort of telling me in graphic detail what they do. You're awake all while, she said, and they poke this. As soon as she said they poke this needle in your eye, I went, I don't want to know. I said, just go and have it done and tell me afterwards.
Have you had it done?
No.
Yeah, it's nowhere. It's not. It's no worse than going to the dentist. The way they did it with me, it was very. I didn't see anything once I got in the room. They laid me down. They covered me up. They gave me a local anesthetic. It was just a local anesthetic, but then they gave me something to numb the eye. And they opened it up, and I couldn't see anything. I can't see the needle coming. You don't see it.
You see the one thing that got me when she was trying to describe in detail with the fact that they come at you with a needle and poke it in your eye, and that's. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I watch a lot of like operation type of programs,
sure.
And blood and gore and whatever don't bother me. It's the fact that they come at you with this big needle and they're going to poke it in your eyes. That's one sort of thing that I'm very squeamish about.
I didn't know what to expect when I went in there.
And, Vanessa says, neuro-ophthalmologist just called today to move my appointment for my left eye to end of July. But funny thing is, Ted, last time me and Chris went to opticians, and this was no word of a lie, he went in to see a different ophthalmologist to me. So we were already sat out there waiting. And when I went in to see ophthalmologist, she says, oh, you've got starts of a cataract in your left eye. You're starting to show signs of a cataract. So I sat down. I said, she's just told me that I've got starting of a cataract in my left eye. And he went, snap, that's what they've just told me. So they told us both that we've got startings. And she says it's nothing to worry about. She says, but it's sort of something that we've picked up on. You don't need to worry about it. It's something that, could take years to develop into a full-blown cataract.
Yeah, it took because as soon as I get my eye operated on, I'm going through the recovery, of that, which because your eye swells and it's uncomfortable and everything else. You're not supposed to touch it, get water on it. I understand that it's healing. And I got COVID.
Oh dear.
And so that was great because I'm not going to have to do that this time, I don't think. So,
hi, Tommy. But you see, here in the UK, like my friend's just had a gallbladder removed by keyhole surgery. Now you have to go through motions. You have to do a COVID test, and then like 3 days before you go into hospital, you have to self-isolate, etc., etc. So they still are erring on side of caution.
Yeah. The only place here in Maine that you have to wear a mask is inside of a medical facility.
I haven't been to our doctors for quite a while, but yeah, you still have to wear, like when you go to doctors, you still have to wear a face covering.
Yeah. Although my personal doctor, my MD, GP, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, you did?
He doesn't make us, once we're in the room with him, he doesn't make us wear a mask.
Chris has just said we don't have to wear masks now at our doctors. Optional. But
the
it's like, I mean, you know, because Ted has got a CPAP machine like me.
Yeah.
It's respiratory. So if I were to get COVID, you know.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Nice walk.
But it's yeah.
Yeah, I have to say I wasn't all that sick. It definitely is what it was because we got tested after I got sick, and you know they said, "Oh yeah, positive, you got it," and then my wife got it. I was sick for about a week, and not. I've been sicker.
Yeah, but you know, I sort of, even now, like when we go shopping or we go into, I still wear a mask because you don't know what's out there still.
It's
and it
awful.
just be my luck. First time I didn't go into a shop and not wear a mask, I'd get it, and you know.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too is you don't know what, like you said, we don't know what's out there. I mean, you know, people think, you know, if they get COVID, that's it. You're never going to get it again. Well, it's something different. There's different variations and blah.
But yeah, I mean, you know as well as I do, we're respiratory condition like we've got.
Yes.
But, you know, and plus as well, when I were a tiny, you know, about 3-4, I had pneumonia and I had double pneumonia. So my lungs is not as strong as what they should be.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've got the blood pressure and diabetes and.
Oh, I mean, I've got high blood pressure, but I don't suffer from diabetes.
Good for you.
You know what I mean?
Good for you because it is. I've got it under control. It's
I mean, touch wood. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
How can I put it? I can put it this way without being sort of. People think that because you're a big person, that you're going to get diabetes. Now, I've never had a problem with diabetes.
Good.
I'm always, because see, I what I go to doctors every year. I go.
It's nothing.
No.
I'm gonna turn it off. There.
But yeah, I mean the people. I mean, not just people, doctors as well, are under the presumption that because you're a big person, that you're going to get diabetes.
Automatically assume it. Yeah.
I'm laughing at Wakey's, but just find out where this chocolate eclair. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, people are very presumptuous that, you know, if you're big, you're going to get diabetes. Now, I've been big all my life and I've never had diabetes. So, but I do admit, but on the plus side, with me high blood pressure, I had this thing where I kept feeling faint and feeling like I was going to pass out. Now I were on amlodipine, indapamide, which is a water tablet, plus 10 micrograms of a blood pressure tablet. So anyway, it was becoming more frequent, these like feeling, and I went to the toilet one night and we've got like a little downstairs toilet, and it's a good job that there's sort of not a deal of space between toilet and wall. And I got up and I sort of just went forward and I banged my head on the thing, like I was going to, but you know what I mean? I didn't actually pass out, but it come over me like I was going to faint. So Chris says to me, right, you know, get off to the doctors. You know, there's something amiss somewhere. So anyway, I go to the doctors, and the thing is, my blood pressure had dropped through my boots to a dangerous level where it was too low.
Yeah.
So basically, they took the indapamide and the amlodipine off me and dropped my blood pressure down to just 5 milligram a day. So basically, my blood pressure has got better. So I mean, I say I've got high blood pressure. I'm still taking blood pressure medication, but only 1 5 microgram tablet per day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what I mean? Things are sort of looking up. You know, I still have to have the CPAP machine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a totally different. Yeah, that's a. But I like, you know, I like mine. Just a while ago, I had trouble with it, and it was because I wasn't changing one of the filters. I didn't know it.
Funny thing is, I've had trouble with mine. Now, do you have have to put an SD card in yours?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
it has Bluetooth too.
Because of the situation over the past 2 years, what I've had to do is take my SD card out, put it in an envelope, and send it off to the hospital.
Yes.
Rather than actually going in and having a face-to-face with.
Right.
Whereas that's all they do anyway is take your SD card out, put it in a computer,
pretty much,
read it, and you know, have you had the episode? That's Chris's arm, by the way. Brought me a coffee. You know, have you had anything? Blah blah. We can tell by your charts and whatever that you've not had no episodes. Blah blah blah. Right, on your way and get a new mask and a new pipe and everything. Anyway, so this time round, they did exactly the same thing. They says, take your SD card out, put it in an envelope, send it off to hospital. Then I got a phone call. We put it in card reader, and it says the SD card were corrupt. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, they sent me a new one out. And all I'm getting at the moment is it can't read the SD card. The CPAP still works, but it's not collecting the data on the SD card. So I'm wondering if it's the machine itself. Because I've had the SD card out. I've cleaned it with like a wet wipe and a tissue, and it worked for about 5 minutes, and then it come back to saying that take your SD card out and reinsert it, which I do, and then it I don't know. It must be a machine. You see, I don't understand electronics and things like that.
Yeah, and mine. I don't know if yours does, but mine connects to the internet too. So the medical place.
I couldn't connect mine to that for some reason or other.
Yeah, mine's happy with it. I can even see it on my list when I look at my connected devices.
That saves trip to hospital as well, because
they like it because
straight through internet and it sends all them details straight onto your
they can look at it anytime they want. I mean, I could be sitting here, and for all I know, they're looking at it right now. So I don't know.
But I mean, I'm not very technological, and I've done what it said to do on thing. It just says, take SD card out, reinsert it, and you do that, and it don't do anything. So I'm wondering if
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
I'll tell you which one I've got, Ted. I've got the Philips Respironics.
Yeah, this is a Philips Respironics. It's called the Dream Station.
Yeah, I think that's
it's white.
One I've got.
It's sitting over there on the. Yeah, it's white, and the water. Do you use the water chamber?
No.
You don't use it.
No.
The water chamber is under a cover that it flips up like this. Whether you use it or not, it's there. I do use my water chamber because I get awfully dry if I don't.
I've said that a lot at times, with a CPAP, but I've always got water outside at bed anyway.
Well,
so
if you
don't you find it dries your throat and all your lips and
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it bothers you,
stranger.
it's just one more thing you have to fool around with. If you don't need to use it, that's good.
But I mean, I've always said, I mean, there's talking, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like Johnny, we're still here, we're still good friends. They're talking about the jab. I've always said that everybody's got an opinion, whether you want it or you don't want it. And I'm not going to fall out with people that say, I don't want it, or, I've not had it, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
It makes no odds to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I'm of that thinking that, and it's something that Lee said to me earlier on, because he's lost a friend at Isle of Man TT races, and they were like sidecar, sidecar races.
A motorcycle,
yeah, and basically a father and a son have both lost their lives today.
Oh no!
And it's like I've always said, and I'm of this, Ted. Life's too short. You've got to, take it by horns, and you've got to live every day like it's your last. Because none of us know what's round corner.
That's right.
And that basically, James has said it takes life in this stride. You've got to do that. You know what I mean? You've got to do that. And I always look at it this way, that there's always somebody worse off than yourself. You know what I mean? There's always...
Yep, indeed. Look at all the good things, You know what I mean?
And something resonated with me today on Facebook, and it says, you might not be rich and this, that, and other, but if you've got family, you've got everything. And that it resonated with me. You know what I mean? I've got a loving husband, I've got a loving son, I've got friends that care about me, and that's all I want. I'm not into material things.
Yep, I agree.
You know what I mean? So long as
all I require is a warm place to sleep, and
that's it. That's it.
You know
what I mean? So long as you've got your family around you, your wife, your son, your brother, you know what I mean? So long as you've got family, that's all that matters. So, you know what I mean?
I do.
So yeah, it did resonate with me.
Looking at the
yeah,
chat.
it's all right. They're on about care homes and people losing the job. But Phil's just said the C19 stuff is over to me. I don't think it's ever going to be over. I don't think we're ever going to get totally shut of it, to be honest.
It's, to me, the biggest difference between right now and a year ago is that people got vaccinated. And I know not everybody agrees with that.
Yeah.
But, I think that people are more, and a lot of people have had it, so on and on. And people are cautious. More people are cautious.
Yeah. But it's same as I've always said. We had this like 2 years of total lockdown, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it'll ever go totally away. I still think it's going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. And there's a lot of things that come from other things that we do every day that we don't even think about it.
Look at this. I don't know whether you've heard about it, Ted, but there's like a new thing now, which is monkeypox.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, you know, they're thinking, well, probably, you know, I mean, it's just my theory. Oh, well, everybody's forgetting about C word. Well, you know, we'll go on to a different one now, monkeypox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's yeah, you know what I mean? It's sort of, you throw your hands up in there and what next? You know, they're making a big hoo-ha about this monkeypox now, but it's nothing to worry about, according to them. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, you're splashing it all over at Newers, but you're telling us it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Everybody has a different perspective on it, I think. Well, not everybody, but
you know, that's the thing. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. Yeah, it says stop watching TV, but you know, it just boggles the mind what they're going to come up with next.
Yeah, I don't watch TV as much as I did before. I just get tired of it. You know, it was always
doom and gloom.
Something out of my it's always something out of my control, and now we got war in Ukraine, and for no reason, and I don't know.
But yeah, it does. You know, I mean, most of the time on TV, it's all doom and gloom, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's either this, that, and other. You know, I mean, there is odd sort of feel-good story.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. There's some good news, but I don't know. I guess they figure everybody wants to hear the bad news. So that's what they put on. I don't know how much. Oh, I guess it must, because that's what they put on. Well, my wife is off her chat, and I'm going to go see if she wants something for supper here. I don't know what time it is over there. It's almost 6 o'clock.
Oh, I'm safe then, Johnny. He says it's more of a gay thing, monkeypox. It's been going around Africa for years. It's a version of chickenpox that is sexually transmitted. Well, I'm okay then.
Same thing here.
So
I'll be
anyway,
fine.
thank you for coming up, Ted. I do appreciate it.
Not a problem. It's good to talk to you, Jeanette. We'll talk to you later.
See you later, Ted.
Yep.
His missus calls him Teddy Bear.
Yeah, I get called that and Santa Claus too.
Yeah,
Ho, ho, ho. Good day.
See you later, Ted.
See you, mate.
Thanks for popping in. So yeah, so if anybody does want to pop up for the last 10 minutes, I mean, you're quite welcome to do so. Yeah, it's nearly 11 here, James. 11 p.m. that is. See you later, Amjad.
No, I'm good.
So yeah, so if anybody wants to pop up, come and join me for the last 10 minutes. That sounds good. Chris is.
I'm mooning up, Dad.
Yeah, Chris has got moon up. If you're wondering what he's talking about, he's been out with his camera. Yeah, taking pictures at moon.
I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you on your own.
Oh, Tracy were coming up.
Sorry if I've been a bit ranty. You know what I'm like.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Call me
Same
ranty.
Same as I said, you know.
So if it's sexually transmitted, I'm definitely all right.
Me and all.
I'll take Tracy.
Chris said, well, I definitely am.
Can you sexually transmit tonsillitis? Do you know why your tonsils kick off so much when you get ill? It's because they're part of your immune system, your tonsils.
Oh.
Yeah. You know,
Hi,
James.
See, I got sunshine still.
So wait, it's been a belting day, James. Right, seeing as he's here, I'm going to go have a quick pee.
Bye.
Because I'm drinking so much water, I'm like a fountain.
That's on the downside. The more water you drink, the more you pee.
I know.
Do have a stopcock. Well, I've got one, but it doesn't twist.
Here, rubber band.
Chris says he not get tonsillitis because he had his tonsils.
I need
out
one of
when
them
he
car
was sick.
straps, James.
What's that?
I need a car strap.
Yeah. Well, I have my tonsils gone. I don't have a.
Gordo says he's blaming Leaf at monkeypox virus.
Where is Lee hiding it anyhow?
Yeah, what's happened to Lee? Has he not got a computer now? Jackie took it off him.
Oh.
No, he's had some bad news today.
What happened?
He's involved in this like sidecar motorbike and sidecar racing.
Okay.
And somebody that he knows, a father and son, have both been killed in an accident.
Oh, geez, that's not good.
So he did ring me earlier on, and he said he'd be in chat, but he probably won't come up on panel.
Yeah.
So
That's not good. No.
No, but you know, this is what I was saying earlier on. None of us know what's right corner, so you've got to live life like it were your last day every day, and you know what I mean.
Yes. It's been a month since my mother-in-law passed away.
So you know, I'm of this. I'm ever the optimist. You know, I mean, you could go out tomorrow and get run over by a bus. You know what I mean? You've got to live life to the fullest. To you know.
We don't see Porsche too much around here, but we'll see a Honda though.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying. When none of us know what's right corner.
Nope.
You know, you've got to be thankful for your family and your friends, and
we're just getting ready for the big move, packing up.
I got everything sorted then.
Pretty well, yeah. Just we took care of the bank Friday. So that's all. My wife is visually impaired. She lost her eyesight about 8 years ago.
Oh yeah.
My wife's a music teacher at one time, but she had a tumor burst her pituitary gland and it damaged her optic nerve. So we had to prove, because she gets long-term disabilities. We had to prove that because you don't pay taxes on long-term disability.
We do.
Well, you should move to Canada.
It's like in this country as well.
Canada with Trudeau? You must be kidding. No way would I move to Canada. I'd shoot that. He'd get that if I got near him. What he did to them truckers were disgusting.
I want to visit because friends of ours, they're moving from Sheffield.
I'm just laughing at Gordo.
I'd rather have Boris than Trudeau, and that's saying something.
Gordo says, we had the father-in-law over for dinner earlier. He asked why the dog was staring at me. You're using his plate. Oh, no, that one is a good one.
But Johnny, our government's no good either. It doesn't matter. They're all
they're all scum. They're all paid off by Gates. They're all scum. I won't trust anyone.
But it's like I said earlier on when I said you could get run over by a bus. Wakey says, well, you couldn't because they're on strike.
Yeah. Tracy ain't been go anywhere because our buses are illegal.
Oh, this country's going to pot as well.
Oh, it's going down the shit. It's proper going down.
You know what I mean? We've got
giving 650 quid to everybody's going to block the big massive hole and everything.
It's like people that are relying on the trains.
I've lost my job this week because I said to them, it's gone from costing me £20 a day in fuel to get 20 litres of fuel, that's around average of what I use, yeah, to £37. It says, you only give £40 fuel allowance. They said, there's nothing we can do about it right now. The government controls that. I said, right, well, you better get transport for Christine then, because I'm not doing it no more.
We're
I'm
paying.
carrying my car doing 100 mile a day for £3. I don't think so.
No.
We
no.
are paying $2.10 a liter now for gas.
We're paying around £2 a litre and all.
Yeah.
That's
Just hit the
more
two.
than
In fact, in London, it's about 2.10 at the moment.
a pound.
And do you know something? I think it's around 67% of what you pay on fuel is tax. All the government would have to do.
Well,
government.
yeah, well,
Most
apparently,
government the tax.
But the rest is profit, though,
apparently
too.
they've cut the duty or something on fuel, but you not see the benefits straight
Yeah, because
away.
they're not going to drop the fuel. See, what it is government should control fuel prices. The fuel companies should not be allowed to dictate the fuel prices.
True.
If they want to operate in your country, you should control what the fuel prices are.
True. That's
But
right.
it's going now that, I mean, buses is on strike.
Literally,
Trains is on
20 litres
strike.
of fuel from £20
You
to
cannot, you
37
cannot afford to fill your car up. You know what I mean? What do they want you to do? Stay at home 24/7?
Well, the average is going to cost the average family £100 a week just to fuel the car.
An electric car
It's unsustainable.
is 75,000 American
Mhm.
for an
Yeah.
electric car.
The stupid thing about America is they shut down a lot of their oil fields, started getting their imports, and now they're trying to quickly get the oils flowing again. And
well, they're trying to get the oil from Canada as well, oil sands, and pipe down to the States.
yeah,
But
that's true. Though when you track them truckers was appalling.
it's getting beyond a joke
You all
because
paid actors basically. None of them actually control anything.
it's going to getting beyond a joke. You imagine that everybody that rely on the trains and buses, etc., for their job, the up shit creek we had to paddle.
Rothschilds
and
and
for the privilege to be like a season ticket or however much it costs, and they can't use it. They can't catch a bus because they on strike and all.
We don't have the trains like you
Yeah,
have.
BBC took £350 million from the Gates Foundation to help with misinformation. How dodgy is that?
Partner says he paid $1.81 a litre yesterday.
Oh, it's bloody.
How much is it down at R?
It's gone up about 11p in a week.
How much is it down at R?
Yeah.
In fact, they're closing my local petrol station, that Esso one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Chris says down because see we've got a petrol station more or less on doorstep. He says it's 189 down there.
Diesel's 191. You know.
Oh, diesel's more.
Yeah, Phil
more in
says
Canada.
food is. Yeah, plus price of food's going up as well, and this is adding more sort of things.
And we've got that Ukrainian. What is it? Wheat problem. They've got about 50 ton that's supposed to distribute, but they're saying there's a crisis over food and that. Not in the UK, because we produce 90% of our own food, and then we send 10% abroad. That's how we make our money.
But
if we
you
turn
know
it to 100%,
you like going. You go in Asda, and what used to be £1.50 is now near enough £1.90. So they've put extra prices on everyday essentials, and it's getting now where when you go in any supermarket, you've got to be frugal with what you buy.
The electric and gas. In me, I'm at the top of my meters every couple of days.
You've got to think. I mean, like whereas you used to go in supermarket and put this, that, and other in your shopping trolley, you're having to think about what you're putting in your trolley, and is it a necessity?
Well, I mean, look at that. I used to put like £15 a week on that. It's saying suggested top up for next week, 28 to get a week's worth of electric.
Gordo says, Wakey says, the sickening thing is there is no shortage of crude oil.
No, there ain't. They're deliberately holding back stuff.
I think diesel in Canada right now is $2.50 a liter for diesel.
Wow.
It's very expensive.
Gates is controlling it all. He's the biggest farmer in the world, Bill Gates.
Well, Shell made $6
Shell
billion.
bought a load of fuel cheap, didn't they, from Russia before it all went tits up, and now they're running out.
Gordo says they paid 90p for a bag of sugar in Co-op. It was 50p at start of year. That's what I'm talking about, Gordo. They put in, like, more or less the food staples is doubling in price. And there were a news program on tonight. A lot more people are turning to food banks.
Tosser MP said today, "Oh, they need to work more hours." Then I thought, you scumbag, you've got a £2,000 pay rise. And do you know something? While we've been all struggling with gas and electric, the average MP has been fucking getting around £100,000 a year towards their gas and electric. They don't pay the gas and electric MPs.
But another thing is that, I mean, I saw a program tonight, and it ran a see you later, Wakey.
Bye,
It ran
Wakey.
about baby formula, baby.
In fact, they've been caught out with that, and all the found warehouses full of the bloody stuff, and they're backstocking it and putting the prices on it.
So anyway, more and more people are turning to food banks now. There's something.
Do you know now there's more food banks?
They're having to get round it in a way. I can't remember what she said, but they're not allowed to give people baby formula for whatever reason. It's something legal.
In case babies have allergic reaction to a different formula.
So they're having to get round it. I forget what she
We
said.
make a point.
But anyway, I mean, it's.
And say there's more food banks now than McDonald's.
You're depriving a baby of a good start in life.
Deliberately. They got caught out in America. They found warehouses full of stuff.
Breastfeeding or whether it's formula. Not everybody can breastfeed.
Every time you go
I
shopping
can.
for groceries.
I can.
Yeah.
I'll spare a nipple for the community.
Yeah.
But we made
Not
a point.
not every woman can. I mean, I mean, take Callum. I mean, he were a big baby when he was born. I didn't try.
What did they call it? Suck it and see.
Yeah, this one here. I mean, I did breastfeed him for like about a week and a half. But
God, I bet you thought it was Christmas, Callum.
they were always wanting it. So the
And then we spent most of his lives trying to get one again.
Anyway, the what's it that comes out and sees you afterwards? Not your midwife, not social worker.
I know you.
Yeah.
That depends how good
Anyway, so she says because he was a big baby when he was born, he's taking more filling up. She says, if you want my advice, if it's not suiting him, breastfeeding him, just put him on formula. Put him on formula. Never had a problem.
Mum seemed to do it straight away.
They had an issue in formula in the US last week too.
Yeah, they're not running out though. They're holding it. A secret camera, undercover camera, found warehouses stacked to the roof with baby formula.
You know what I mean? They're denying young babies.
Yeah.
Their staple.
That proves how evil and corrupt this government is. Any government, if they're willing to let children starve, babies, well.
But we make a point every week. We buy food for the food bank. Every week, guaranteed.
Yeah, we give bits and bobs as well.
You see, this is the thing. It is heartbreaking when mothers can't afford to, I mean, I've always said the same thing. If it meant feeding Callum, I'd go out. And you do for your children. You'd sooner go out yourself and let your children eat.
If you need any pasta and rice, I've got about a 10-year supply.
I like pasta. But
health visitor, that's it. Health visitor.
I don't eat pasta. I don't eat carbs.
In Toronto right now, the rent for a one-bedroom apartment is more than your whole month wages. They can't have enough money.
It's ridiculous. I mean, that's one thing that I will defend.
Have you seen LA Strip now in America? It's just homeless people. Boom, 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 all the way down.
You know what I mean? That is one thing I don't agree with is denying a child its food supply. You know what I mean? And that
proves the depths they'll go to. That just proves how evil and corrupt these governments are in this world.
You know what I mean? How can you, same as I said,
When he got Gates, he stood up at cinemas with balls of bloody jars with marbles in it, saying this is the population and this is how to half it. You need to worry.
But
Yeah.
And what
it,
he said the other day, he went, "Oh, we might not be so lucky next time." Yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
mate. His
But
own wife divorced him because of what he did to the Indian
I've
farmers.
come to the conclusion, right? Not just here in the UK, but in America, whatever you throw at us, we stand together.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It was COVID. Now it's this.
Gates, his wife divorced him because he tried to take over all the farms in India by doing a deal with the Indian government.
You
But
know
then
what
all
I
the
mean?
Indian farmers protested and
That is
stuff.
one thing. That is one thing that I don't think the government took into account is on certain subjects we stand together. We stand up for what we believe
Anything
in.
enforced should be challenged. Simple as that. Anything enforced. The day you allow enforcement is the day this world's totally screwed.
But
Just
yeah,
ask Larry the
I
Cat.
mean, when I was
If you haven't
talking
already
about...
noticed, James, I'm a bit of a protester. I'd have been straight slapping Trudeau. You know, boom.
I mean, as I've said,
to
Johnny, many a time, everybody's got a different opinion.
Trudeau
And
took us over. Now he's saying, "Oh, we got to protect freedom." And he took it away.
I'm not going to fall out with anybody if their opinion differs from mine.
All we need to know is, love, we were all conned. Whether it were COVID, Brexit, this crap going on in fucking Ukraine, we were all conned. The population of the world were conned.
Oh, that's Russia doing all that crap.
See what Putin said. What Putin said is when he's got NATO on his doorstep with 14 chemical labs all active, he said he wasn't having it. That's what started it.
It's just idle threats, though. I mean, what gets me is these two English guys that have been sentenced to death in Russia. What they're not telling you is both them English guys have lived in the Ukraine because they're both married to Ukrainian women.
Right.
So they're both married. They've lived in the Ukraine for X number of years. They're both married to Ukrainian women. So when the war started, they signed up to the Ukrainian army. Now,
what did some MPs say anyway? They turn around and says that they endorsed anybody going over to Ukraine to fight.
Now that they've been sentenced to death because he says that they're mercenaries. Now they're not mercenaries. They've lived in the Ukraine for, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
You're going to fight back. Somebody starts bombing the shit out of wherever you are. You're going to fight
they're
back.
married to two Ukrainian women and they've made their life in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
And now
Very
they've been called mercenaries by...
Yeah, but executing two British citizens could cause a frigging war. The whole world. He keeps threatening us with nuclear bombs, Britain, doesn't he?
Well,
So yeah,
He could wipe us out in 20 seconds.
To be honest, I think they're trying to make an example of them because they're English. Because the English have stood up against him. You know what I mean?
Well, taking long-range missiles and weapons and all that, aren't we? Yeah. We are poking the devil a bit, though.
But yeah, I mean, you've got to read the backstory about these two guys. They're not mercenaries. They've lived and worked in the Ukraine for God knows how long. They're both married to Ukrainian women.
I haven't seen that news story yet.
But yeah, that is the backstory. They're not mercenaries at all. They've lived and worked in Ukraine.
I'll put it this way: a general commander of the Russian army who stood up against Putin and said it were all wrong was found in his bath with a carrier bag taped around his head. So that just shows you who you're dealing with.
But you know what I mean? I think this is just my honest opinion. They're trying to make an example of them because they're British. That's just my opinion.
Best way to get them out in it by. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Basically, they're trying to chastise the English government, monarchy, or whoever, because the English.
Well, they call them cannon fodder, don't they? Really?
The UK won't stand for too much.
Mm.
But
But
they gotta be
it-
You can
careful.
wipe it
sort
out in 20 seconds. We won't have
sort
much
of
of a choice.
typical debate. Do we get involved and then cause all, you know,
Oh, and do you know all this crap about all planes being cancelled and stuff, and all planes
like
and
a ripple
IT
effect?
lit? It's not that. We have got hundreds and hundreds of military planes from all over the countries, all different countries, flying over Britain right now, protecting.
Gordo says, do you think the Salisbury poisonings were a dry run?
Exactly.
Oh, spicing up a little bit.
Did
Yeah.
you hear about that? Well, like he were a Russian. He were Russian living in UK with his daughter, and they sprayed this chemical on his doorknob or whatever.
Sprayed it on his door handle.
Yeah.
But it was
So he
toxic.
touched it, his daughter touched it, and it were a chemical, like a, you
Like
know.
an
Just so it can get you wherever you are. It don't really matter.
Yeah.
But anyway, so,
like, that's why I say no to everything, and you're pretty much all right.
but it were like there were another one as well, weren't they? I think, and a guy lost his partner. I think same sort of thing.
Because of the chemical they used, it was so lethal it could have poisoned the whole street, basically.
Yeah.
They had to totally decontaminate the area and all that, didn't they? And they had to trace where he'd been to try and decontaminate wherever they'd been. Nasty stuff, whatever the hell it was.
But anyway, same as I say, that is just my opinion.
Yeah, the general that died with a bag over his head, the public statement that he died of COVID. The fact he had a carrier bag taped over his head.
Pardon the pun, but I don't think he's got a leg to stand on. You know what I mean? What if it's true he's dying of cancer?
But all this crap saying he's dying of cancer. No way. He's just
Who's
boxed up
dying of cancer?
Fitness woman.
Putin?
Nah, he's fit as a fiddle. You've seen him also, right? He's got a model, like a fitness model, and he's just got a pregnant. So.
Well, he's not firing blanks anyway.
No.
That sounds of it.
What does UK do? Oh, you've been a naughty boy. Let's seize your yacht off you, like he's bothered.
Well, they're trying.
And now
to take
different
over,
countries are paying him in rubles for fuel because they're running out. Countries that refuse to pay him are now paying him in rubles.
That's the mascot.
This is an original Fozzie Bear.
Mascot.
Tina got me it for my birthday last year. I lost mine when I was about 7. Proper original. I've got Miss Piggy somewhere as well. She's over there in the green dress.
I have my trains. That's what I got.
Yeah, I believe that as well, Tim. It says it's all propaganda bullshit. Yeah.
We had a YouTubers meetup last Saturday. We had 35 of us got together.
Wow.
I've got my phone off cushion and just slid off.
We were in talks about us all having a big YouTube meetup, and then COVID happened, and
well, friends of ours, she lives in Sheffield right now, and they built a new house. Not sure where it is, but it's got a big loft. And I was thinking that's a good spot for a train layout. But, I'm not sure.
My loft is quite big. The only problem with James, I don't fit through the loft out.
I'll let you know where she's living, but she's moving another month. But she's in Sheffield somewhere.
Sheffield's quite a big place. Johnny will tell you.
Kids. One kid's still here in Canada, and her ex-husband.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know once you find out where she's living, and I'll tell you if it's near us.
Well, even the World Economic Forum have basically sat there and told us what they're going to do. They're going to try and change up money so we don't have money anymore. You want us to have a credit system like that? You want us to have a credit system? What they want to do is collapse the economies of all the world, and then they can all come in and say, "Oh, we'll help you, but you've got to have credit now instead of money."
Well, I live in the red, so it's
everything you spend, what you buy, everything.
I'm going to say that not affect me, James, because I ain't got no time.
No, the day we give up cash, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, it takes the computer glitching with all losers money.
I have a question. Do you have a lot of automatic cashiers in the UK?
Machines, you mean?
Like no people running the cash register.
Oh, we
Oh,
do have
it means self-checkout things.
Yeah.
I don't use them. I
I
refuse to use them.
refuse.
So I say no. The minute you start using them, a cashier's losing his job. I'm waiting
Yeah,
in that
right.
queue over there.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
refuse. I don't care. I'll walk out of the store. I refuse.
Yeah.
Especially at pound shops where there's loads of them. I stand at queue and said, "Oh, there's a machine there." No, I don't use them bloody thing.
We have a dollar store, but they're not $1 now. They're $1
Plus,
plus.
the new Asda ones have got a camera on you watching you. You can see the damn camera in front of you. Why are you buying your stuff?
Yeah.
I'd be
So
going
I
like
said,
that.
"What the hell's that filming for?" They said, "Oh, we just do it in case of shoplifters."
Yeah.
So I said, "What do you do with the pictures afterwards?" He went, "Oh, we delete them." I said, "Yeah, right. Of course you do."
Oh, I know.
I would. I'd stand in front of them going like this and
But it's
I'll do it.
I find it easier to buy stuff in the UK than to buy it from the US though.
but
You want to
Yeah.
try them?
the same as Johnny says, but I do it. I mean, you go to a supermarket, yeah, you have to pack your bags yourself, but by going through one of them, you're doing a cashier out of a job.
That's right.
So
And how many times did that stupid flashing light go off above you because it hadn't scanned something properly?
the Space Rangers laughing because I said I'd be going like that.
I don't.
I just pretend to scan it and go beep 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 beep.
We have a thing here. We can order our groceries online, and we go pick it up in a parking lot. But doing that, we create 2 jobs because they
Yeah.
got to pick the order, and they got to
Yeah.
bring the order to
Same
the
here
car.
in
So we
UK.
They're doing the same thing here. They run them out of all the stores.
Yeah, you can order your shopping online and have it delivered to your house.
I've
Yeah.
never had
Or-
online shopping. If
Or
you
you can
turn
order
job.
it and it's called click and collect, and it's same thing. You go to Asda car park. These people have got your order and they just put it in your boot.
I prefer get off your
Yeah.
ass and go to the shop.
but in our world that creates 2 jobs.
So, right,
Which I
I'm going to
like.
get going, guys, because it's
Yeah.
pretty late. It's 11:25 here.
Good to see you, James.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you, Jeanette.
It's,
Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
lovely.
thanks for coming up, Johnny, and thank you for coming up, James. And I'll see you all on Monday.
Yes.
Zip
Bye
it,
now.
lock it, stick it in your pocket.
Bye, Johnny.
I don't think
See
so.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Gordon Bennett. See you later, Kath.